Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Deadly Premonition. We have just been captured by Thomas, and I don't know where you go from here, so I guess I'd better press the button to find out.
Previously during the investigation. Okay then, Zach. Let's pay Harry another visit and get to the bottom of all this.
And that one. And that one too. All red seeds.
Welcome, York. The killings 50 years ago. There is something about it that you won't find written in those files. The people were attacking and killing each other, rampaging as though insane.
Quite a story.
York, I told you, it's nothing more than local folklore.
What does that all mean?
It's called The Legend of the New Raincoat Killer.
York, we found Thomas.
Zach, okay, so it's not bonus footage. It's still part of the main feature. Perpetrator is exactly who I thought it was.
Catfight, really?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
We're just in a regular forest. This is bizarre, I'm actually playing as Child York. Yup. I'm curious. Nope, never mind. Can't even check my map. I can't even pause the game. Can't even check the map that way.
Dad? Dad?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
It's just the same lines. What's that sound? It sounds like the red vines growing. Jeez, the sound of my feet slamming the ground, or slapping the ground as I run, like doop 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 doop, makes me think of freaking Quest 64. Not that it sounds exactly alike, but just, this is all I'm hearing.
Dad? Dad?
Ugh. Come on, boy, or it'll be too late. Yeah, there's that sound again. Do I see a blue glowy way up there? Yo, this is getting straight up obnoxious. Like, there comes a point where What the... I was gonna say there comes a point where I get the idea, but that was really weird. My dad just blinked out of existence, and I'm not sure whether that was intentional or not.
Dad?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
Come on, where? You've disappeared. But hey, look, it's a glowy. I got something. And it's a trading card. Brian Xander Morgan. My father, whose top of the face is obscured. I still can't check the card. I'm going to have to get out of here. Whenever the game decides to let me out. I'm in freaking limbo right now. Alright.
Daddy? Daddy? Daddy?
Who's that? My mother, or is this gonna be...
Are you okay?
Yeah, Emily, yeah. And suddenly Willie's here too. Well, enough of that. I got my trading card. Here we go, back in the waking world. What? Never mind. The 3 dead people, though. And now they're whispering to each other. So Anna, Becky, and Diane in order from left to right. And they have a Kayson figure?
You are waiting here for someone, aren't you? The person you are waiting for will be here soon.
That stupid musicals thing. Oh. I would rather not be here.
Grandpa, wake up!
Oh, back to here.
Grandpa, hey!
Oh, Emily. Sorry, my dear, I must have fallen asleep.
That's enough napping for today. Tell me the rest of the story.
Yes, of course. That was our promise, wasn't it? Before I continue on, though, I've got a little gift I want to give you.
Wow. It's pretty.
Consider it a protective charm, like a signpost. It will help to lead you through your life.
A signpost?
One day, my dear, you will find out one of the truths of this world. That the world is filled with contradiction and inequality. When that day comes, how you respond, what you do, that will be the instant that determines the value of your life. This pendant will show you the way in that moment.
The value of my life?
This pedant.
Yes, dear, the value of your life. I have faith that you will grow up into a woman who can make the right choices. Do you understand, Emily?
Yeah, well, this pedant is going to tell you that pendant was misspelled, but we have a dungeon now? Yeah, I don't know how I'm playing my way out of this one.
We come toward the climax. As the angel said, I was soon fated to meet him. What do you think of those dreams, Zach? So I do care for Emily.
What about you? We should take this opportunity and talk about this a bit.
So bizarre. Well, I'm tied up, so, I don't know, let's introspect.
If I hadn't seen Yor come into the bar, well, you wouldn't have found this place, would you? Now, how about that? I guess I've always been lucky when luck was needed. That's why I've been able to stay in business, too. Although we have Willie to thank for finding this room, I suppose. He's got a great nose. Clever, too. He'd be a great businessman if he wanted to be. I owed you guys one anyway, and I owed York big time, too. You guys didn't tell anyone about that whole thing with Diane. I want to help you guys out. Is there anything I can do?
Kayson, I appreciate the offer. But this is a police matter. You can leave everything to us from here.
Oh, well, okay.
George, look. These cigarettes. They're the same brand that York smokes. He's definitely been here.
Carol's been missing since the bar closed last night. This town will be deserted if this keeps up.
What do you think is really happening here in Greenvale?
Emily, let's focus on looking for York. I just hope there are more leads than a cigarette butt around here.
Damn, this dog's good.
Hey, Willie, of course. You can track his scent, can't you, boy? What do you think, officers? Let him help you out, why don't you? Oh, he'd make a fine police dog.
I told you we don't need...
Sounds good, Kayson. We need all the help we can get. Come on, George. Let's let them help us.
But they are civilians.
Do you have a better plan? As we speak, York might be...
All right. Let's have them help.
Thank you, George.
But one thing, with York missing in action, I'm back in charge. And York would give me hell if something bad happened to you guys. So promise me you'll call for backup at the first sign of danger.
Yes, of course.
I think we're missing something here. So I'm going to look around a bit longer. You go with Kayson and follow York's trail.
Thank you, George. We're counting on you, boy. Welcome to the force, Deputy Willie.
Best dog, I swear. And I gotta say, it's a little thing, but I like that George is referring to York as York, even when it's not to his face. Like, he's actually doing it. He's not just saying he's doing it.
Let's get rolling then.
That echo.
Okay, I'm counting on you, Willie.
Oh, not counting on me, though, are you? Sheesh.
The echoing in this game is very on and off. I'm just playing as Emily. 9mm handgun, Sheriff Custom, let's go. This music's amazing. And it looks like I have infinite pulse, which is nice. And I have 19 shots for my gun. I have absolutely no idea where we're going. I kind of thought we would have to make our way to the Galaxy of Terror, but we're going from there. I just gotta look it up. It's weird running down these streets. There's nothing here, so I've only ever driven on them. So all of a sudden I feel so slow. This music is crazy. I like that the dog sticks to the sidewalks too. Look at this crew we have here. Me, the dog, and Kayson. And I gotta say, I was kind of suspicious about Kayson early on in the game, but he seems like an upright guy. I would love to know where we're going. You just crash into me. Ellen Visible Street? Don't worry about it. We're just jogging on the sidewalk, it's all it is. We got this crazy music. Whoop. Oh, okay.
He can be a little selfish, but he's a good dog. He stayed with me all this time, through all the good and the bad.
How long have you been together?
Oh, we go back a long time. I can't even remember a time when he wasn't around.
I had a dog when I was small, too. He was a beagle, so we named him B. Stupid name, I know. He hated being left alone and always followed me around. I could tell him anything, even things I couldn't tell my parents. He'd look into my eyes and listen intently to anything I had to say. It's like he sympathized, and he didn't make fun of me. He would just listen. When I was done talking, he'd put a paw on my thigh. My worries just faded away when he did that. Made me feel like I was just a fool for worrying so much. Dogs are great that way.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I think they got a lot more wisdom than us humans. Even if they are betrayed, well, they don't see it that way. Sure sounds foolish, but you know dogs, why, they're always happy. I'm positive that even if man perishes off the face of the earth, dogs, why, they'll just carry on, regardless.
Said
They see
while in the
everything,
subs.
you know? From their dog houses, they look out and they see what humans do.
Kayson.
Oh, look, Deputy Willie's calling for us. He's always like that. Let's get back to the chase.
Back to the crazy music. Now where? Oh, the purple? Is that it? Wait, no. The purple is just another world, isn't it? And I really don't want to do another world with Emily because she just has a pistol. Oh, that was fast. Oh no! Wait, that means the other world is real though. Like if Emily can see it? And what the hell am I looking at? Oh, woohoo!
Thomas,
Oh, this is York.
I know that you're there. Your disposition is not of my concern. But you do need to stop this. Untie me. Let me go. Right now. And you and Carol should take off. Go as far away as you can. Open a bar or a diner in a new town. With your cooking, I know you do well.
Why, thank you, York. You're so kind. Unlike him.
If I had someone like you, things may not have come to this.
York, have you ever been in love with someone?
Thomas, a long time ago, I witnessed two people that I really cared about die. Both pretty much at the same time. And since then, I've tried not to care about anyone so deeply. But recently, that way of thinking has changed.
Emily, right? She's a nice girl.
But I must warn you, York. You'd be better off not falling in love with her.
Thomas, considering the circumstances, whatever I say might not be important to you, but I'll say it anyways. Don't you dare touch Emily.
York, I think I've said too much.
It's natural to respond when someone talks to you, I guess. Everything will end tonight. You just stay there until then.
That is interesting though. Like, I'm not to be a victim. I'm just in the way. So like, there's not. They're not killing indiscriminately. I just don't know why it's always women. That didn't seem to be a caveat. Alright, we're moving. So I guess the loading screen was not another world for Emily. It was... Whoops. Back to York. Where the hell's... There's the dog. I couldn't see him. Here's a place that's open. Are we going here? We are not. There's a phone that I actually can save with. That's bizarre. I think I'm gonna do it too. Freaking weird, I'm saving as Emily. Am I gonna get a reporting to HQ bonus for this? Whoa, whoa. Okay, that's different. Are we actually going to the purple? That's the sheriff's department.
What's wrong? Something's bothering you.
Oh no, it's just... I promised to have tea with Polly. I just remembered.
What's that got to do with anything?
Yep, you're right. This just isn't the time, I know. But it's... well, she reminds me of my mother who passed away.
Kayson.
I've been a salesman for a long, long time. I never had time to talk with my mother, you know. Sales, they were the thing for me. No matter what happened, this was more important. So even when she was sick, I put more energy into my work, which I regret now. And you know, when I heard she died, I was on my way home, all happy. I closed a big deal in Jersey. Just when you want to give something back, you got no one to give it back to. Well, that's when I met her, Polly. I thought heaven had given me another chance. I really did. So I always stay in that hotel whenever I come up here. Oh, sure, the rooms are great, but in all honesty, I go there because I want to talk with Polly.
Does Polly know all this?
No way. I'd never say anything so embarrassing to her. She'd think I've got some crazy mother complex or something. Right, let's get going. Deputy Willie disapproves of any chit-chat. I'll make it up to Polly some other time, I guess.
Alright, moving on. Let's see how long it is before friggin' Kayson dies then, right? But it looks like we're really building to a climax. I'm getting excited. But again, where are we going? There was an otherworld opportunity at the sheriff's office, but... Bar, same hold, what? But I guess we're going somewhere else. There's nothing here, so back to York?
Zach, I'm hungry, but I can't do much about that at the moment. Thomas is certainly a great cook. It's a shame to keep his cooking hidden out here in the countryside. Don't you think so, Zach?
Ugh.
Which reminds me, there's another great cook in town. To fall in love with her would mean that I would need to love her cooking, too. Why does God test us so, I wonder?
How'd you get here?
Coffee she made. Man, did that pack a punch. I wish you could have tasted it, Zach.
That was bizarre. Enough of that. Back to business, but where are we going? They're really leading us around town. Freaking love this track, though. It's so wacky. Rainy Woods Real Estate. But enough of that. Oh, we're at a diner? Are we at the A&G diner? I think we are. Is this a cutscene again? No? Maybe? Yep.
It's only a hunch now, but I don't think Nick killed Diane.
What do you mean?
Me and Diane, we were, you know, pretty close. I'm sure some people might have moral issues about it all, but I'd like to think that I knew her pretty well. Every time we finished talking, she'd bring up art. I'd make a face, you know, boring. And she'd always say, "You're so different from Nick. He's so much more intelligent."
Sounds like something she'd say.
Nick was one of the few people who she could talk to, you know. And vice versa for Nick, I suppose. Diane also told me that she was best friends with Nick. He'd have nothing at all to gain by killing her. I can't believe that one would try to kill the other. I just can't.
But even the best of friends can end up in the worst fights.
Still, the voices and footsteps I heard that night, they were something else. Much more violent, more horrifying. Diane's voice sounded different, too. Different. Hard to explain. Of course, I couldn't make out what she was saying.
You told York all this?
Of course I did.
What did he say?
I know, that's fine. Something like that. Let's go then, and catch Diane's killer.
Kayson's so hyped. Alright, where are we going, buddy? Sticking to the crosswalks. This is one good dog. Personally, I'd prefer that we took shortcuts, but the dog's doing right by way of leading people around. Also, there are precisely 0 cars on the road. And I know we're approaching a car, but I mean 0 drivers on the road. This is one dead town. I keep asking, but where the hell are we going? This can't be it, so cutscene I'm assuming. And there's a save point up ahead.
Zach, about Emily. Don't you feel almost nostalgic looking at her? I don't think I've ever felt that way looking at a woman before. No, I'm wrong. It's a long time ago now, though. Do you remember that incident, Zach? Anyways, I was very surprised when she came to my hotel room. Not in a funny way, don't get me wrong. It was really exciting, though. I thought I heard my heart thumping inside, you know? It's inappropriate during an investigation. Right, Zach?
I don't know what prompts the sun getting brighter and then fading back out. Here we go again. Is saving not happen? Oh, nope. Alright, sorry. There they are. Okay, he waits. We are just straight up running all the way across town. I mean, I guess we have to if we're following the dog's nose, but man. We still had that Thanksgiving thing? That was the area in Harry's flashback where we saw people going crazy and killing each other. I guess it's a coincidence. We're at the same time of year. It's a Thanksgiving sale. Wait. Where the hell are we going? Oh, God. Alright. Oh my god, are we actually cutting across the grass? Thanks, buddy. Cutscene then, if we're waiting this long? Yep.
Are you close to the Ingrams?
No, I mean, well, I always say hi when I see them at their store.
Don't you think they make a wonderful family?
I guess so. Including Jim, I suppose they do.
Indeed they do. The ideal family, I'd say. You know that I look after Isaac and Isaiah pretty often, right? They talk a lot when I take them out. Yesterday, Mama and Papa, and this morning, Grandpa. Always about their family. Just listening to them makes me feel so happy. I don't have any brothers, you know. Maybe I'm a little jealous of those two. That's why when I come here, I always pay them a visit. Greenvale is really like a second home to me.
I can tell.
Deputy Willie's calling again. Enough about me. Let's get going.
More looking around.
For some reason in the darkness, I see Emily's face. When I first met her on the bridge, she looked so dignified. And that glimmer in her eyes when she argues every word I say. Her blonde hair lit by the dawn. Eating steak at the diner. Giving me directions in the car. The horror on her face in the gallery. And that coffee she made. And it's like she's a goddess in a tight dress. Zach, let's pray that she doesn't become a real goddess.
I gotta say, they're doing a great job of building tension by doing this back and forth.